Hi guys, my name is Laura Clarke. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be about the 4 principles of personal style. Now, I don't believe in telling anybody what to wear because I have realized that everybody has their own way of looking at things, but I've also realized that it's good to have principles and know where you stand and know what you like to, or rather, how you filter through whatever you wear. So I'm just going to share with you my principles of personal style, and maybe it will help you as you keep on discovering what makes you feel awesome every time you get dressed. So the first principle is knowing what works for you. So the key with this is know what styles you will return to that make you feel amazing. So for me, that's button-down shirts, high-waisted skirts, and denim. Those are the 3 things that I love the most. I've loved them all my life, and I love separates because if you have the right separates, you can look like you're wearing a jumpsuit, or you can look like you're wearing a dress, and you actually have way more versatility because you are wearing multiple pieces. So that is the first principle. The second principle is pay attention to fit. So the key with fit is to be intentional, whether you're going to be super oversized or fitted or whatever you're going for. Just be intentional because it shows through, because sloppiness, in my opinion, isn't a good look unless you're being intentionally sloppy, but there's an art to that, and I feel like it's a hard thing for a lot of people to do. So if you do it well, I give you kudos because that's just not something I can do. So that is the second principle. And the third principle is wear quality. Quality over quantity, though if you know how to do the second hand, you can definitely get a quantity of quality and have your cake and eat it too. And the key with quality is to look for seams, fabrics, and construction, and make sure all of that is really good and not cheap and not something that you wear 5 times and you throw it away, because fast fashion and throwaway fashion is not just horrible for the environment, it's horrible for your psyche, because if you find something that you really, really love and then it ends up falling apart and having absolutely terrible fabric and wears away over time, like that's just not fun, and that can be depressing, and then you have to throw it away, and then you have a slight existential crisis because you're like, oh my goodness gracious, I love this so much, and now I have to find something to replace it, and it's just best to spare yourself the whole entire thing and avoid fast fashion as much as you can and throwaway fashion. Yeah, and wear vintage. Now you can have the same problem with vintage because if it's old enough, it can be kind of fragile, so you can't wear it as much. But I feel like that's different because I don't really have a lot of fast fashion, nor have I really ever done that. But I've gone through the whole, I love it, I wear it to death, but it's vintage, and then it falls apart because it's old. So I guess you can run into both things with fast fashion and vintage, but I'd rather deal with it with vintage because at least then you know you've brought a piece of clothes to the end of its life and it's lived a long life in many years, and versus having something that has lived hardly any life. And yeah, so that's my view on that. So that's the third principle. And then the fourth one is always be experimenting. Experimentation is the spice of life, because you never know when you'll find something new that you love, and you may find something that you tried years and years ago, and then you try it again, and it may not have worked for you then, and it works for you now, because as we change as people, what we wear changes as well, because our insides are reflected through what we wear. So I hope that this video gave some insight on how to look at personal style and look at it beyond just wearing things for occasions, but also thinking about it in a more, I guess, deeper sense. Anywho, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. And as always, you can watch my videos on YouTube if you prefer a YouTube viewing experience instead of Instagram. And this video was brought to you by my design business. You can shop through the guides on Instagram and just contact me if you're interested in anything. So I'll see you later. Bye!